Very good morning to you. It's Jim from maverickstar Observatory. Guys, it's that day again where we get all the equipment out here at the observatory. Our own equipment at that, and we take all the readings for you and display it on the purpose-built website for you, poleshiftnews.com. So please, if you've got time, go along there. And also you'll notice there's a donate button there if you want to help support what we do. There is, in my view, no reason why you wouldn't want to do that in this day and age. Before we get into the information that we've collected for you with our equipment today, just a very quick one. We had another video removed the other day, and it was basically just telling Palestinians and Ukrainians to stop fighting and run, because the territory is not worth spilling your blood over. And I'm sure that you would stand a longer and better chance of living out your days with your family and loved ones if you didn't participate in somebody else's war, because that's all it is. Let's face it, we must have upset the industrial military complex again. Those people that work for Raytheon, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and all the other companies that supply the weapons that in turn kill lots of people. It's very sad that in this day and age we are being penalised for trying to save lives and keep peace. Can you believe that? Okay, so the bottom line is, as you guys know, we're an observatory. We have our own equipment and we do monitor things regularly, such as CO2, atmospheric oxygen. I'll just go through the list here. CO2, atmospheric oxygen. We have our own equipment that monitor those things. Unlike a lot of other people that just talk about it and collect their information from other websites, we have our own equipment that monitor atmospheric CO2 and atmospheric oxygen. We have our own equipment that tracks the magnetic North Pole, and we've got radiation detecting equipment that monitors the background radiation for you as well. And all this information is compiled on one website for you. You can have a look at how many sunspots there are, whether the geomagnetic field is active, whether there's lots of solar X-rays inbound, lots of things, guys, all covered regularly on poleshiftnews.com. There is no reason why you wouldn't want to use that as a one-stop place to have a look at what is going on in your world on a regular basis, such as active erupting volcanoes. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go through it with you. Atmospheric CO2 has dropped slightly to 334 parts per million. Atmospheric oxygen is at a nice reservoir in our atmosphere, still just under 21% at 20.82% to be exact. There's the latest magnetic North Pole position. The latitude is 81 degrees, 52 hours, 55 minutes, 76 seconds north. By the longitude, 114 degrees, 51 hours, 30 minutes, 79 seconds east. The background radiation count for you, which includes gamma, beta, and X-rays, is at 00.16. So that's not really changed since the last time we done it, just over a few weeks ago. Volcanoes in eruption still remain at the same, 29. That's actively in eruption. Just below that, we've got the largest earthquake in the last 24 hours. Again, we've got our own earthquake monitor on the website. You can type in the magnitude of earthquake that you're particularly interested in, and it will find the latest one for you. Sunspots have dropped. We're at 4 sunspots. Bear that in mind, less than 2 years away from solar max, and we're seeing the decline already in sunspots over a very relatively short period of time. So as far as the grand solar minimum is concerned, it's not doing as well as predicted by some of the bigger organisations, which means that we are continually seeing a decline in solar activity. And you know what that means? It means that the heliosphere desizes or reduces back in on the solar system, allowing more cosmic rays, and that obviously compiles the fact that we are going through a magnetic reversal and currently are experiencing a weakened magnetosphere. So you know, we will get more as a result of cosmic rays in the upper atmosphere interacting with the jet streams, and we will get more fragmentation of the polar and subtropical jet streams, both over the northern and southern hemispheres, and we are going to see interchange between the subtropicals both over the northern and southern hemispheres, as well as we have witnessed over the last 10 years becoming more frequent. This is going to change the climate on our planet for sure. This is one of those attributes that is never considered as a main climate driver on our planet, yet when you compare the fact that CO2 is less than 1% in our atmosphere, that's the concentration, and yet these things like H2O in the jet stream is also a greenhouse gas and plays a more direct role in changing climate on our planet. And if obviously we've got more cosmic rays inbound, we're going to get more water vapor in the jet stream, and we're going to see further fragmentation. Why are the climatologists not talking about this? Very important fact. Why are not other scientists that look at climate on our planet not talking about these facts? I'll tell you why. Because if they do, they lose their job, they lose the salary, they lose the pensions, and they are ridiculed out of that company there and then. Just like what you're seeing, the villainisation of our channel on YouTube, when YouTube come along and remove peaceful videos that are telling people to lay down their arms, stop fighting, and spend that time, their life, with their loved ones, then you know there is something seriously gone terribly wrong with our current day life. We are seeing escalations of war rather than de-escalations, and that's very concerning. You know, we are seeing further infringements on freedoms that we are entitled to, like freedom of thought, expression, freedoms to share ideas with each other. You know, YouTube play a key part in silencing channels like this, and we're a small channel when you consider the amount of subscribers we've got compared to other channels. We are not that influential, yet they are being very thorough in their daily business in this day and age in clearing up even the smallest of channels, and, you know, restricting even the smallest voices out there that can have a positive impact on other people. I suppose what they really find us offensive for is being, first of all, credible. We've got our own equipment, we are qualified to talk about the subjects in which we do, and that is not good, because that comes across as credentials and verifiable facts for people that know that when we collect the data for them, it's coming from a reliable source. And we can only continue doing this, guys, simply, and you know what's coming next, simply by being funded by you guys. Why would you want to see us disappear at this point in time? Because we're there now. We're not talking about in the future, in the near future. We're already there now, where we need to start acting and participating together to keep what little we have before even that little is taken away from us. We're back there, aren't we? We are back there in the 1920s, witnessing something all over again. We have some psychopaths running our countries right now, and it is led by bigger teams of psychopaths that come from the United Nations and the European Union, unelected governmental bodies that run not just a country but bulks of country. They say that channels like us on the digital space are responsible for stirring up trouble, hatred, causing wars and death and destruction, and we put freedoms and democracy at risk. I ask you, as a logical thinking human being, is there any truth in what they are saying? Or is there any reasoning, real, genuine reasoning for their actions in silencing what they are doing? They are just exposing themselves more and more on a daily basis. Guys, you know, the Earth Alpha at a Glance was brought to you today by just a few people that chipped in, that took the effort to fill out that form, and you have the opportunity to do the same. It is your responsibility, really, to keep information flowing that in a source that we provide, like we do here. I charter you to do this, guys. Keep it going, because if it's gone, this isn't something that can be put together back overnight for you guys. You understand? It took 2 years for me to program the Trimax system, develop it and put it into practice, and it has run reliable for the last 5 years or more. We can't replace this overnight. There is nobody else that can replace that equipment overnight. It is the one of its kind, the only ground-based tracking system of the magnetic North Pole that is freely available to the general public globally. Put that into perspective, and therefore just help support what we've got going here and keep it going. And we can increase what we're doing here for you guys, but that seems very far away when we see that this month has been the worst month in 3 years of raising minimal support. So it's up to you. It really is up to you. We are engaged in a battle of freedoms right now, and I don't know whether that means anything to you, your loved ones, or your future generations of children, but you have the opportunity to act right now and do something. If you show defiance that you will support a channel like this come what may, then we can continue delivering, and you will send that message back home to these monsters that hands off our observatory. You ain't getting your mitts on it, and you ain't breaking it down like you want to. It's clear as that. The link's down there, guys, in the description. Become one of our patrons as well, and you know what, we will see you in a few days' time with some more scientific news. Let's keep it science now, and I'll say what I usually do. You take care of your loved ones. As always, bye for now.